Monday, 9:15 a.m., Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center, New York. Dr. Elizabeth Liz Harper, 44, sits in an examination room wearing a paper gown. CEO of a Fortune 500 tech company, Rhodes Scholar, marathon runner, woman who built an empire from nothing, a woman who has never lost control of anything in her life. Until today. Dr. Rahman, 58, enters with a folder. His face says everything before his mouth opens. Dr. Rahman, Liz, I got your biopsy results back. Liz, and? She already knows. You don't get called in for good news. Dr. Rahman, it's pancreatic cancer, stage 4. It's metastasized to your liver and lungs. The words hit like bullets. Liz, stage 4. Dr. Rahman, yes. Liz, prognosis? Dr. Rahman, with aggressive treatment, chemotherapy, possible clinical trials, we might extend your time. But Liz, pancreatic cancer at this stage, the 5-year survival rate is less than 3%. Liz, don't give me statistics, give me a timeline. 6 months to a year, maybe 18 months with treatment.
The room tilts. Liz grips the examination table. That's not acceptable.
I know this is...
No, you don't understand. I have a company to run, a daughter in college, a merger closing in 3 months. I don't have time to die.
Liz.
What are my options? Surgery? Experimental treatments? I have resources. Money is no object.
The tumor is inoperable. It's wrapped around major blood vessels. But there are clinical trials.
Sign me up for all of them. I'll fight this.
Of course. But Liz, you also need to prepare.
I'm not preparing to die. I'm preparing to beat this. She says it with the same confidence she uses in boardrooms. The same tone that has closed billion-dollar deals, turned companies around, bent reality to her will. But cancer doesn't respond to confidence.
I'm going to refer you to oncology. Dr. Stevens is excellent. She'll lay out treatment options. When can we start? This week. But Liz, you should also consider... I should consider winning. That's what I do. I win. She leaves the office, still in her power suit under the paper gown, and walks out like she's heading to a board meeting, not a death sentence. That afternoon, Harper Tech Industries, 47th floor. Liz sits in her corner office, floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking Manhattan, awards on the walls, Forbes covers, most powerful women in business. Her assistant, Priya, 32, knocks. Your 2 p.m. is here. The board presentation for the... Liz, are you okay? You look pale. I'm fine. Send them in. Should I reschedule? You seem... Priya, I said I'm fine. Send them in. Priya leaves, concerned. Liz opens her laptop, Googles, Stage 4 pancreatic cancer survival stories. The results are brutal. Forums full of people who died within months. Statistics that say terminal. Stories of rapid decline. She closes the laptop, opens a new tab. Experimental pancreatic cancer treatments. This is better. Clinical trials, cutting-edge therapies, immunotherapy, targeted treatments. I'll find the one that works. I always find solutions. This is just another problem to solve. That evening, Liz's penthouse, Tribeca. Liz lives alone, divorced 10 years ago. Her daughter, Sophie, 21, is at Columbia. She pours herself a scotch, sits by the window. The city glows below. Millions of lights, millions of people, all of them thinking they have time. Her phone rings. Sophie. Liz. Hey, sweetheart. Sophie. Mom, are you okay? You sound weird. Liz. I'm fine. Long day. How's classes? Sophie. Good. I got an A on my econ midterm. Remember I told you I was worried? Liz. That's wonderful. I knew you would. Sophie. Mom, seriously, what's wrong? You sound off. Liz. Nothing's wrong. I'm just tired. Sophie. You're never tired. You're the woman who runs on 4 hours of sleep and conquers the world. Liz. Well, maybe I'm getting old. Sophie. Mom. Liz. Sophie, I need to go. Conference call in 5 minutes. Love you. She hangs up before Sophie can press further. Liz looks at her reflection in the window. 44 years old. Looks younger. Fit. Healthy. No symptoms until 3 weeks ago when the back pain started. How can she be dying? Liz, to her reflection, I won't accept this. I'll beat it. I've beaten everything else. But for the first time in her life, she's not sure she believes herself. Tuesday, the oncologist. Dr. Stevens, 52, sits across from Liz in her office at Sloan Kettering. Dr. Stevens. Liz, I've reviewed your scans. Dr. Rahman was correct. This is advanced pancreatic cancer with metastasis. We can start chemotherapy immediately. FOLFIRINOX protocol, very aggressive. There's also a clinical trial combining immunotherapy with Liz. What's the success rate? Dr. Stevens. The clinical trial is phase 2. Early results show about 15% of patients experience significant tumor reduction. Liz. 15%. Those aren't good odds. Dr. Stevens. They're better than no treatment. Liz, I want to be honest with you. This is a difficult cancer, but we have tools. We can fight. Liz. Then let's fight. I want the most aggressive protocol available. I want every trial you have access to. I'll travel anywhere. Pay anything. Dr. Stevens. I understand. We'll start chemo on Thursday. But Liz, we also need to discuss palliative care. Liz. I don't need palliative care. I need a cure. Dr. Stevens. Palliative care isn't giving up. It's managing symptoms, maintaining quality of life. Liz. I'll worry about quality of life when I'm not dying. Right now, I'm focused on not dying. Dr. Stevens. Liz. Have you considered talking to someone? A therapist? A chaplain? This is a lot to process. Liz. I process in boardrooms, not therapy sessions. Just give me the treatment plan. Dr. Stevens hands her a folder. Liz takes it like a battle plan. Week 1 of chemotherapy, the illusion of control. Liz attacks cancer the way she attacks business problems, with data, planning, and relentless execution. She creates spreadsheets tracking her symptoms, researches every drug, optimizes her diet based on oncology nutrition studies, hires a personal trainer specializing in cancer patients, joins online forums for clinical trial information. She's turning cancer into a project with KPIs and deliverables. Weekly status report. To herself. Chemo round 1, complete. Side effects. Nausea, managed with medication. Fatigue, push through. Weight, maintained. Force feeding protocol working. Tumor markers, to be tested in 2 weeks. Mental state, focused, determined, in control. She goes to work between treatments, runs board meetings from her hospital room via Zoom, refuses to slow down. Priya, Liz, you should rest. You just had chemo yesterday. Liz, rest is for people who have time. I don't. Week 4, the first crack. Liz is in the bathroom at 3 a.m., vomiting. The chemo is ravaging her body. Her hair is falling out in clumps. She's lost 15 pounds. She looks in the mirror, bald, gaunt, exhausted. For the first time, she looks sick. Liz, to her reflection, you're stronger than this. Fight harder. But her reflection looks back with hollow eyes. She returns to bed, can't sleep, opens her laptop, checks her tumor marker results from yesterday's blood work. They're up. The cancer is growing despite treatment. Liz, no, that's not acceptable. She emails Dr. Stevens at 3 a.m. Dr. Stevens, tumor markers are up. Current protocol isn't working. What's next? I need more aggressive treatment, now. The response comes at 8 a.m. Liz, elevated markers after 1 round aren't unusual. Let's complete the full cycle before adjusting. Come see me this afternoon. Liz types back, we don't have time for full cycles. The cancer is winning. We need to change strategy now. Week 6, the breaking point. Liz is in Dr. Stevens' office, barely able to walk. The chemo has destroyed her body, but the cancer keeps growing. Dr. Stevens. Liz, the FOLFIRINOX isn't working. The tumors have grown by 18%. We need to discuss next steps. Liz, what about the clinical trial, the immunotherapy? Dr. Stevens, you're not eligible. Your liver function is too compromised from the chemo. Liz, then fix my liver function and make me eligible. Dr. Stevens, it doesn't work that way. Liz, everything works some way. There's always a solution. What about other trials? Experimental treatments? Dr. Stevens, Liz, we've explored every option. At this stage, with your declining health, most trials won't accept you. Liz, so what are you saying? I should just give up? Dr. Stevens, I'm saying we need to shift focus from aggressive treatment to comfort care. Hospice. Liz, standing up, furious. Don't say that word. I'm not ready for hospice. I'm 44 years old. I have a company to run, a daughter to raise. I'm not done. Dr. Stevens, I know, but Liz, your body is failing. Continuing treatment will only cause more suffering without extending your life. Liz, how long? Dr. Stevens, weeks, maybe 2 months. The words hit like a physical blow. Liz, weeks. Dr. Stevens, I'm so sorry. Liz, no, I'll find another doctor, someone who won't give up. Dr. Stevens, Liz, thank you for your time, Dr. Stevens, but I'm not done fighting. She walks out. But in the hallway, her legs give out. She collapses against the wall, sobbing. For the first time in 6 weeks, she loses control. That night, the rage. Liz sits in her penthouse, empty scotch bottle on the table, another one open. She's never been religious, raised Catholic but lapsed by college, believed in data, hard work, meritocracy, built her life on the foundation of work hard, make smart decisions, control outcomes. But now she's dying, and no amount of control can stop it. Is this funny to you? Are you enjoying this? Silence. I've done everything right. I worked hard, built a company, employed thousands of people, donated millions to charity. I'm a good person, and this is what I get? Silence. If you exist, you're cruel. You're sadistic. What kind of God gives a 44-year-old woman cancer? What kind of God takes a mother from her daughter? Silence. I don't deserve this. Why is this happening? Still silence. If you're there, please, I'll do anything. I'll give away my money. I'll dedicate my life to whatever you want. Just please, let me live. Nothing. Please. She sits in the darkness, waiting for an answer that doesn't come. And then, barely audible, she says, "What would Jesus do? If he was dying, if he was in pain, if he felt abandoned, what would he do?" The penthouse goes silent. Not just quiet, silent. The hum of the city below stops. The traffic noise disappears. The ticking clock on the wall freezes mid-second. Liz looks up. The light has changed. Not the harsh, artificial light of her penthouse, but something softer, golden, like dawn, but beyond time. Voice from the shadows. He'd do exactly what you just did. Cry out, question, plead, and then trust. Liz turns. Jesus stands by her window. Not the sanitized Sunday school Jesus. Real, Middle Eastern, carpenter's hands, scars visible on his wrists, eyes that have seen suffering and overcome it. Liz, standing unsteadily. I've lost my mind. The cancer's in my brain now. Jesus, your brain is fine, but your heart is breaking, and I'm here because you called out to me. Liz, I don't even believe in you. Jesus, that's okay. I believe in you. Liz, if you're real, why are you letting me die? Jesus, everyone dies, Liz. The question isn't whether you'll die, it's how you'll live until you do, and what comes after. Liz, there is no after. This is it, and mine is being cut short. Jesus, is it? Or is it just different than you planned? Liz, angry. I'm dying at 44. I have a daughter in college. I have work to finish. This isn't different. It's wrong. Jesus, I understand. I died at 33. I had work unfinished too. But Liz, your time isn't measured by years. It's measured by depth. And you're about to go deeper than you ever imagined. I don't want depth. I want time. Come with me. Let me show you something. He extends his hand. Liz stares at it. Scarred. Wounded. The hands of someone who knows suffering intimately. Where? To moments that matter, so you can see what I did with suffering, and what you can do too. Liz hesitates, then takes his hand. The penthouse dissolves. Scene 1. Jesus heals the sick. They're standing in blazing sunlight, ancient Galilee. A crowd surrounding a younger Jesus. Where are we? Capernaum. Watch. People press in from all sides. The sick, the dying, the desperate. A leper, skin diseased, approaches carefully. Lord, if you're willing, you can make me clean. Young Jesus, without hesitation. I am willing, be clean. Immediately, the skin heals. Perfect, restored. A paralyzed man is lowered through a roof by friends. The crowd gasps at their audacity. Young Jesus, looking at the paralyzed man. Your sins are forgiven. Pharisees, blasphemy. Who can forgive sins but God alone? Young Jesus, to them. Which is easier, to say, your sins are forgiven, or get up and walk? But, so you know, the Son of Man has authority. To the paralyzed man. Get up, take your mat, go home. The man stands, walks. The crowd erupts in praise. A woman with chronic bleeding touches Jesus' cloak. Instantly healed. Young Jesus. Daughter, your faith has healed you. Go in peace. Person after person. Blind seeing. Deaf hearing. Diseases vanishing. Present Liz and Jesus watch. Liz, anger rising. You healed everyone. You had the power. So why not me? Why are you letting me die? Jesus. Come, keep watching. Jesus at Lazarus' tomb. The scene shifts. A tomb. A crowd. Martha and Mary, two sisters, weeping. Their brother Lazarus died 4 days ago. Martha, to Jesus, anger and grief mixed. Lord, if you'd been here, my brother wouldn't have died. Young Jesus. Your brother will rise again. Martha. I know he'll rise in the resurrection at the last day, but that doesn't help me now. He's dead, and you could have prevented it. Mary, falling at Jesus' feet, sobbing. Lord, if you'd been here. And then something extraordinary happens. Young Jesus begins to cry. Not polite tears, deep, body-shaking sobs. He's weeping with them, for them, feeling their pain. Bystander, see how he loved him. Another bystander, could not he who opened the eyes of the blind have kept this man from dying? Young Jesus, still crying, to the tomb. Take away the stone. Martha, but Lord, by now there's a stench. He's been dead 4 days. Young Jesus, did I not tell you that if you believe, you'll see God's glory? They remove the stone. Young Jesus, looking up. Father, thank you for hearing me. I know you always hear me, but I say this for the people standing here, so they'll believe you sent me. Then, in a loud voice, young Jesus. Lazarus, come out! Silence. Then, from the tomb, movement. Lazarus walks out, grave clothes still wrapped around him. Young Jesus. Unwrap him. Let him go. The crowd is stunned, crying, praising God. Present Jesus and Liz watch. Liz. You raised him from the dead. Jesus. Yes. Liz. So why don't you raise everyone? Why did you let him die in the first place? Why cause Martha and Mary all that pain? Jesus. Look at their faces. Liz looks. Martha and Mary aren't just relieved, they're transformed. Their faith has gone from intellectual agreement to lived experience. They've seen death and resurrection. Jesus. Sometimes I heal immediately. Sometimes I let people walk through suffering to something deeper. Not because I don't love them, because I do. Liz. That's not love. That's cruelty. Jesus. Is it? Come, let me show you my own suffering. Gethsemane. The scene shifts. A garden. Night. Olive trees. The smell of earth and fear. Younger Jesus is on his knees, praying. His disciples, Peter, James, John, are sleeping nearby, exhausted. Jesus is in agony. Young Jesus, to the Father. Abba, Father, everything is possible for you. Take this cup from me, please. I don't want to do this. I don't want to suffer. I don't want to die. His face is anguished, tears streaming, sweat like drops of blood. Young Jesus, please, if there's another way, any other way. Silence. Young Jesus, but not what I want, what you want. He prays this 3 times, each time pleading, each time surrendering. Finally, he stands, face set, resolved. Young Jesus, to the sleeping disciples. Get up, let's go. The hour has come. Present. Liz and Jesus watch. Liz, tears streaming. You were terrified. Jesus. Yes. Liz. You begged not to suffer. Jesus. Yes. Liz. But you did it anyway. Jesus. Yes. Because some cups can't be passed. Some suffering has purpose. And Liz, sometimes trust isn't the absence of fear. It's obedience despite fear. Liz, you're God. You knew you'd resurrect. I don't have that guarantee. Jesus, don't you? Liz, I didn't go to the cross knowing it would be easy. I went knowing it would be agony. But I trusted my Father. And 3 days later, I understood why. Liz, I don't want to suffer. I don't want to die. Jesus, neither did I. But here's what I learned. Sometimes the only way through suffering is through it. Not around it, through it. The crucifixion. The scene shifts. Liz doesn't want to see this, but she needs to. Golgotha. 3 crosses. The middle one holds Jesus. He's been beaten beyond recognition. Whipped. Crowned with thorns. Nails through wrists and feet. Blood everywhere. Each breath is agony. Suffocation comes in waves. The crowd mocks him. He saved others. Let him save himself. Come down from the cross and we'll believe. Aren't you the Messiah? Save yourself and us. And in his darkest moment, Eli, Eli, lema sabachthani. My God, why have you forsaken me? The same question Liz asked hours ago. The same abandonment. The same cry. But then, moments later, something shifts. Father, into your hands I commit my spirit. It is finished. Not defeated, surrendered. There's a difference. Present Jesus and Liz stand at the foot of the cross. You felt abandoned, Jesus. In that moment, yes. The weight of every sin, including yours, separated me from the Father. I experienced the full horror of human suffering. Alone, abandoned, dying. Liz, why? Jesus, so you'd never be alone. So when you cry out, why have you forsaken me? I could say, I know that feeling. I've been there, and I came through it. So will you. Liz, but you had resurrection. I just have death. Jesus, do you? Come, one more thing. The resurrection dawn. The tomb. Women approaching with spices to anoint Jesus' body. They find the stone rolled away, the tomb empty. An angel sits where the body should be. Angel, why do you look for the living among the dead? He is not here. He has risen, just as he said. The women run, tell the disciples. Peter and John race to the tomb, find it empty, grave clothes folded. Later that day, Mary Magdalene sees Jesus in the garden. At first thinks he's the gardener. Resurrected Jesus. Mary. She recognizes his voice. Mary. Rabboni. Teacher. Resurrected Jesus. Go tell my brothers, I'm ascending to my Father and your Father, my God and your God. Then, in the upper room, Jesus appears to the disciples. Resurrected Jesus. Peace be with you. He shows them his scars, the nail marks, the pierced side, not erased, transformed. Resurrected Jesus. As the Father sent me, I'm sending you. Present Jesus and Liz watch the disciples touching his scars, weeping with joy. Jesus, do you see? The suffering wasn't the end, it was the doorway. Death wasn't defeat, it was victory. The cross wasn't abandonment, it was love. Liz, but I'm not going to resurrect in 3 days. Jesus, aren't you? Liz, the resurrection wasn't just for me. It's for everyone who trusts me. Your body will die, but you, the real you, will live, forever, with me. In a place where there's no more death or mourning or crying or pain. Liz, how can you promise that? Jesus, because I went there first. I walked through death and came out the other side. I'm not asking you to go somewhere I haven't been. I'm asking you to follow me through the valley I've already crossed. The final teaching. The scenes dissolve. They're standing in a place beyond place. Light, peace, timeless. Jesus, Liz, let me show you something. Images appear, like visions. Vision 1. Liz, continuing to fight desperately for control. Months of suffering, clinging to life with white knuckles. She dies angry, bitter, feeling cheated. Vision 2. Liz, surrendering. Not giving up, but letting go. Her final months filled with depth, presence, reconciliation. She dies peacefully, held by those she loves, trusting she's going somewhere good. Jesus. 2 deaths. Same timeline, different meaning. Which one do you want? Liz. The second. But I don't know how to let go. Jesus. Neither did I. In Gethsemane, I begged for another way. But I learned, trust isn't the absence of fear. It's choosing God even when you're afraid. Liz. I'm so scared. Jesus, I know, but Liz, you're not alone. I'm with you. Every moment of pain, I'm there. Every breath that's hard, I'm breathing with you. Every tear you cry, I'm catching. You're not walking through this valley alone. Liz, what if there's nothing after? What if I'm just gone? Jesus, then I'm a liar, and all of history's greatest minds who died trusting me were fools. But Liz, I didn't rise from the dead to trick you. I rose to promise you. Death is not the end. It's not even the middle. It's just the doorway to more. Liz, I don't want to leave Sophie. She needs me. Jesus, I know, and she'll miss you. That pain is real. But Liz, the best thing you can give Sophie isn't more years. It's a model of how to face death with dignity, faith, and peace. That gift will shape her forever. Liz, how do I do that? Jesus, by stopping the fight for control and starting the walk of trust. By accepting what you can't change and embracing what you can. By living fully until you die, instead of dying slowly while you're still alive. He takes her hands. Jesus. In Gethsemane, I prayed, not my will, but yours. That's the prayer that changed everything. Not because it took away the suffering, but because it transformed the meaning of it. I stopped fighting what was and started trusting what could be. That's what I'm inviting you to do. Liz, what if I can't? Jesus, then I'll carry you. That's what I do. I don't promise to take away the pain, but I promise to walk through it with you. And I absolutely, definitively promise that on the other side, you'll understand why, and it will be worth it. Liz, it is finished. That's what you said on the cross. Jesus, yes. Liz, what did you mean? Jesus, I meant, I've completed what I came to do. Not defeated, accomplished. Liz, your life isn't being cut short, it's being completed. The question is, will you finish well? Will you trust me to the end? Liz, I want to. Jesus, then that's enough. The journey from I want to I do is one I'll walk with you. It's time to go back. Your daughter is coming to visit tomorrow. You have work to do, not in boardrooms, in hearts. Liz, I'm still scared. Jesus, so was I, but perfect love casts out fear. And Liz, I love you perfectly. Trust that. It's enough. The choice. Liz blinks. She's back in her penthouse. Same frozen moment. Empty scotch bottles. Darkness. But she's different. She stands, walks to the window, looks at the city below. Millions of lights, millions of people, all of them pretending they have forever. But they don't, and neither does she. The question is, how will she use the time she has left? She picks up her phone, calls Sophie. Mom, it's 4 a.m. What's wrong? Sophie, I need to tell you something. Can you come home tomorrow? I need to see you. Mom, you're scaring me. What's going on? I'll explain tomorrow, in person. I love you. I love you too. I'll be there first thing. Liz hangs up, opens her laptop, begins writing. 2. Board of Directors, Harper Tech Industries. Subject, Transition Plan. Dear Board, effective immediately, I'm stepping down as CEO. I'm appointing Marcus Chen as interim CEO with the recommendation that he be made permanent. I've been diagnosed with terminal cancer. I have months, not years. And I've realized something. I've spent my entire life building a company. Now I need to spend my remaining time building what actually matters. Relationships, legacy, peace. I'm proud of what we've accomplished together, but it's time for me to let go. With gratitude, Liz. She hovers over send. This is surrendering control, admitting defeat, accepting the unacceptable. Or is it wisdom? Is it trust? Is it finally understanding that some things matter more than others? She clicks send. Then she writes another email. 2. Dr. Stevens. Dr. Stevens, I'm ready to talk about hospice. Not because I'm giving up, but because I'm choosing how I want to die. Peacefully, at home, surrounded by love. Not in a hospital fighting a battle I can't win. Let's meet this week. Liz. Send. Finally, she opens a new document. Begins writing to Sophie. My dearest Sophie, by the time you read this, I'll be gone, and I need you to know some things. She writes until dawn. The surrender. Tuesday morning, Sophie arrives. Sophie rushes into the penthouse, sees Liz, gaunt, bald, clearly sick. Sophie, stopping cold. Mom? Liz. Come sit, sweetheart. Sophie, voice shaking. What's going on? You look... Liz. Sick. I know. Sophie, I have cancer. Pancreatic. Stage 4. It's terminal. Sophie sinks onto the couch, face draining of color.
No, No, that's not. When did you find out?
6 weeks ago.
6 weeks? Why didn't you tell me?
Because I was trying to control it, beat it, fix it. I thought if I fought hard enough, I could win. But Sophie, I can't win. The cancer is too advanced.
How long?
Weeks, maybe 2 months. Sophie makes a sound like a wounded animal. Liz moves to sit beside her, wraps her arms around her daughter. I'm so sorry, baby. I'm so sorry. They sit like that for a long time, crying together, holding each other. Finally,
What about more treatment? Clinical trials? There has to be something.
I've tried everything. There's nothing left. And even if there were, I don't want to spend my last weeks in a hospital, poisoning my body for a few extra days. I want to spend them here, with you.
I'm taking the semester off, moving home.
You don't have to. Yes, I do. Mom, you've taken care of me my whole life. Let me take care of you now. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Week 1. Coming home. Sophie moves back in, transforms the penthouse from office-home hybrid into an actual home. Flowers, music, comfortable blankets, photos of their life together. Hospice nurse Maria, 50, comes daily, manages pain, monitors symptoms, teaches Sophie how to care for Liz. The important thing is to keep her comfortable. The pain will increase, but we have medications. Focus on quality time, not quantity. Liz sleeps most of the day now. When she's awake, she and Sophie talk. Really talk. Tell me about school, your friends, that boy you mentioned last month, Nathan? Mom, we don't have to. Yes, we do. I want to know everything. I want to know your life. So Sophie talks, and Liz listens. Really listens. Not distracted by emails or calls. Just present. For the first time in years, they're truly together. Week 3. The visitors. People come to say goodbye. Marcus Chen, her COO, now CEO. Marcus, the board approved my appointment. I'll take care of the company. You built something incredible, Liz. Liz, thank you. Marcus, run it better than I did. Work-life balance, family time. Don't make my mistakes. Priya, her assistant of 15 years. Priya, I don't know how to work for anyone else. Liz, then don't. Take some time. Travel. You've deferred your dreams long enough. Go live them. Her ex-husband, David, 48. David, I heard. I'm so sorry, Liz. Liz, thank you for coming. And David, I need to say something. I'm sorry for the divorce, for prioritizing work over our marriage. You deserved better. David, we both made mistakes, but we made something beautiful. Looking at Sophie, she's the best of both of us. Liz, she is. Will you, after I'm gone, will you be there for her? David, always. Week 5, the pain. The pain is intense now. Bone pain, liver pain, every breath hurts. Maria increases the morphine. Liz drifts in and out of consciousness. During a lucid moment, Liz. Sophie? Sophie, immediately at her side. I'm here, Mom. Liz. I'm scared. Sophie. I know. Liz. Not of dying, of leaving you. Sophie. I'll be okay, Mom. You taught me to be strong. Liz. I didn't teach you the most important thing. Sophie. What? Liz. I taught you to work hard, be successful, control outcomes, but I didn't teach you to trust, to surrender, to accept what you can't change. Sophie, don't live like I did. Don't wait until you're dying to learn how to live. Sophie, what should I do? Liz, love more, control less, trust God even when it doesn't make sense, especially then. And know that I'm going somewhere good. I believe that now. I didn't before, but I do now. Sophie, how do you know? Liz, because someone promised me, and I'm choosing to trust him. Week 7, the vigil. Liz is barely conscious now, surrounded by Sophie, David, Priya, Marcus, Maria. Maria to Sophie. It won't be long now. Her body is shutting down. You can talk to her. She can hear you even if she can't respond. Sophie, holding Liz's hand. Mom, I love you. You're the strongest person I've ever known. You taught me so much. I'm going to miss you every single day, but I'll be okay, I promise. David, Liz, thank you for Sophie. Thank you for the years we had. Rest now. Priya, you changed my life, Liz. You saw potential in me no one else saw. I'll never forget that. Marcus, the company is in good hands. You can let go. We've got it. Liz's breathing is labored, slow, each breath a struggle. And then, in a moment of clarity, her eyes open. She looks at Sophie. Liz, barely audible. It's beautiful. Sophie, what is, Mom? Liz, what's ahead? Don't be afraid. It's beautiful. She smiles. And then, peacefully, she stops breathing. Sophie sobs. David holds her. Maria checks for pulse. Confirms. Maria, she's gone. I'm so sorry. But on Liz's face, there's peace. No fear, no pain, just peace. The aftermath. The funeral, 1 week later. The service is packed. Colleagues, employees, friends, people whose lives Liz touched. Sophie gives the eulogy. My mother was a force of nature. She built empires, changed industries, broke glass ceilings. She was powerful, driven, successful. But that's not what I'll remember most. I'll remember her last 8 weeks, when she stopped trying to control everything and started trusting, when she let go of her company to focus on me, when she chose peace over fighting. She told me she spent her whole life trying to win, but in the end, she learned something. True victory isn't conquering death. It's trusting the one who conquered it for us. Sophie, Mom, you taught me in your dying what you couldn't teach me in your living. Thank you. I love you. And I'll see you again. 3 months later, Sophie reading Liz's letter. Sophie finds an envelope labeled, "Open when you're ready." She opens it. My dearest Sophie, if you're reading this, I'm gone, and you're grieving, and that's okay. Grieve fully. Don't rush it. Pain is the price of love, and you're worth every tear. I want to tell you what I learned in my final weeks. For 44 years, I tried to control everything. I built my life on the foundation of work hard enough, plan well enough, and you can determine outcomes. But cancer taught me control is an illusion. Life is fragile. Death comes whether you're ready or not. At first, I was angry. I felt cheated. I demanded answers from a God I didn't even believe in. But then something happened. I don't know if it was real or a dream or my brain short-circuiting, but I met Jesus. Not metaphorically, actually met him. And he showed me. He understands suffering. He walked through it, died from it, and rose beyond it. He taught me the only way through suffering is through it, not around it, through it, with trust. So I stopped fighting what I couldn't change. I surrendered. Not because I wanted to die, but because I wanted to live, really live, in the time I had left. And Sophie, those final weeks were the fullest of my life. Not the longest, the fullest. Because I was present. I was with you. I wasn't trying to control tomorrow. I was embracing today. That's what I want for you. A life of presence, not control. Trust, not fear. Love, not achievement. Work hard, build things, make a difference. But don't wait until you're dying to learn how to live. I'm not gone, sweetheart. I'm just ahead, walking through a doorway I couldn't avoid. But on the other side, I promise you, it's beautiful. One day, you'll walk through that same doorway, and I'll be waiting, with open arms, with so much to show you. Until then, live fully, love deeply, trust completely, and know that every single day, I'm cheering you on from the other side. You are my greatest accomplishment, not the company, you. I love you forever, Mom. P.S. In Gethsemane, Jesus prayed, "Not my will, but yours." That's the prayer that changed everything for me. When you're scared or lost or facing something you can't control, pray that. It won't take away the pain, but it will transform the meaning of it. Sophie reads the letter 3 times, crying, smiling. Then she folds it, places it on her nightstand, and whispers, "Sophie, thank you, Mom. I'll live like you taught me. The real you, the one who learned to trust." The legacy, 5 years later. Sophie at 26. Sophie Harper, now 26, sits in a coffee shop with a college student, Mia, 19. Mia, so you started the Elizabeth Harper Foundation? That's amazing. Sophie, my mom died of cancer 5 years ago. In her final weeks, she taught me more about life than she did in the previous 21 years. So I started the foundation to help other families facing terminal diagnoses, counseling, financial support, hospice care. Mia, what made the difference in those final weeks? Sophie, she stopped trying to control death and started trusting life, or rather, the one who gives life. She learned to surrender, and it transformed her dying into something sacred. Mia, I don't understand. How can dying be sacred? Sophie, because it's not the end. It's a doorway. My mom was terrified at first, but then she met Jesus. Don't ask me how. I still don't fully understand it. And he showed her. He went through death first and came out the other side, so she could trust him to do the same for her. Mia, do you believe that? I do now. I didn't before she died, but I watched her face at the end. She was at peace, actually said, "It's beautiful." She saw something, and I believe she's there now, waiting for me. That must bring comfort. It does, but more than comfort, it brings perspective. I don't fear death anymore. I mean, I'm not eager for it, but it's not this terrifying unknown. It's just the next part of the journey. And my mom's already there, showing me it's safe. The anniversary event. The Elizabeth Harper Foundation holds its 5th annual gala. Sophie speaks to a room of donors. 5 years ago, my mother died. She was 44, a CEO, a powerhouse, a woman who controlled everything. Until she couldn't. Cancer took that control, and at first, she fought it, desperately, trying to beat death through sheer force of will. But then she learned something. Control is an illusion. The only real power we have is how we respond to what we can't control. She stopped fighting and started trusting. She stopped trying to live forever and started living fully in the time she had. Those final 8 weeks, she was more alive than in the previous 44 years. This foundation exists to help other families do what my mom did, face death with dignity, faith, and peace. To transform terminal diagnoses from tragedies into opportunities for depth. We've served 847 families so far, provided counseling, hospice care, financial support, spiritual guidance. And the feedback we get isn't about the money or services, it's about the peace. People tell us, we thought we were dying, but we learned we were living, really living, for the first time. Sophie, that's my mother's legacy. Not the company she built, not the money she made, but the lesson she taught. True life isn't measured by years, it's measured by trust. The room erupts in applause. The final word, 10 years later. Sophie at 31, full circle. Sophie, now 31, sits in a hospital room, but this time, she's the visitor. James, 62, her father-in-law, has just been diagnosed with terminal lung cancer. James, the doctor says 6 months. I don't know how to process this. Sophie, I know. My mom went through the same thing. Can I share what she learned? James, please. Sophie, she spent the first weeks fighting, trying to control what she couldn't. It made her miserable. But then she learned to surrender. Not giving up, surrendering. Trusting that even though she couldn't control the outcome, she could trust the one who could. James, how did she do that? She met Jesus. I know that sounds strange, but I believe it happened. And he showed her. He'd walked through death already, so she could trust him to walk her through it. I'm not religious. Neither was she. But she became not religious, trusting. There's a difference. What if there's nothing after? Then we lose nothing by trusting. But James, I was there when she died. I saw her face. She saw something beautiful. She's somewhere good. I'm certain of it. How can you be certain? Because I felt her presence. Not in a spooky way, but in moments of peace, in answers to prayers, in the way the foundation has grown beyond anything I could orchestrate. She's alive, just differently. I'm scared. So was she, but she learned. Fear and trust can coexist. You don't have to stop being scared. You just have to start trusting more than you fear. Will you help me? I don't want to die angry and bitter. I'll walk with you through every step. And James, you're not just walking toward death. You're walking toward whatever's next. And my mom promised me. It's beautiful. 15 years after Liz's death. Sophie, now 36, publishes a book, Learning to Let Go, Lessons from a Mother's Death. At the launch, she reads, "This book is about my mother, Elizabeth Harper. She was a CEO who died at 44 from pancreatic cancer. But more importantly, she was a woman who learned in her dying how to truly live. For 44 years, she believed in control. Work hard, plan well, determine outcomes. But cancer taught her control is an illusion. Life is fragile. Death is inevitable. At first, she raged, demanded answers, fought desperately. But then she encountered Jesus, and he taught her the only way through suffering is through it, with trust. She surrendered, not in defeat, but in wisdom. She stopped trying to control death and started embracing life. Her final 8 weeks were the most meaningful of her entire life. This book shares what she taught me. Control is an illusion. Trust is power. Death is not the end. And love, real, sacrificial, trusting love, transcends everything. My mother has been gone for 15 years, but her influence grows daily. The foundation has served over 15,000 families. Her lessons have transformed countless lives, and her trust, her final act of surrender, continues to ripple through eternity. She once told me, "True victory isn't conquering death. It's trusting the one who conquered it for us." She was right, and because of that trust, I know I'll see her again. Not as a memory, as a person, alive, waiting, ready to show me what she saw, the beauty beyond the doorway. Sophie is 40 now, married, 2 children. One night, she has a dream. She's in a garden, flowers beyond description, light that doesn't hurt, music that feels like home. And there, waiting on a bench, is Liz. But not the sick Liz, not the dying Liz. Liz as she was meant to be, vibrant, healthy, radiant. Liz, "Hello, sweetheart." Sophie, running to her, "Mom!" They embrace, and Sophie actually feels her mother's arms around her. Sophie, "Is this real?" Liz, "As real as anything, more real than what you call reality." Sophie, "You were right. It's beautiful here." Liz, "I told you, but Sophie, you can't stay. Not yet. You have work to finish, children to raise, people to love." Sophie, "I don't want to leave you." Liz, "You're not leaving me. I'm always with you. And one day, not soon, but one day, you'll walk through that doorway, and I'll be here, waiting, with so much to show you." Sophie, "I miss you every day." "I know, but Sophie, don't miss me so much that you forget to live. The greatest honor you can give me isn't grief. It's joy. It's living fully. It's trusting completely, like I finally learned to do." "I'm trying." "I know, and I'm so proud of you. The foundation, the book, your family. You've taken my final lesson and multiplied it. That's all I ever wanted." It's time for you to go back, but remember, control is an illusion. Trust is power. Death is not the end. And love, real, surrendered, trusting love, is eternal. "I love you, Mom." "I love you, Sophie. Until we meet again." Sophie wakes up, crying, smiling, and whispers to the darkness, "Thank you. I understand now. Control is an illusion. Trust is power. Death is not the end." In a world terrified of losing control, Jesus asks a radical question. Do you trust me? Not, can you control this? Not, can you fix this? Not, can you understand this? Do you trust me? Elizabeth Harper spent 44 years trying to control everything. And then, cancer taught her, control is an illusion. In Gethsemane, Jesus prayed, "Take this cup from me." He begged, pleaded, sweat blood. But then, not my will, but yours. That prayer didn't take away the suffering, but it transformed the meaning of it. Jesus walked through the valley of death, experienced abandonment, cried out in agony, died. But 3 days later, he rose, because death isn't the end, it's the doorway to more. And he promises everyone who trusts him will walk through that same doorway. From death to life, from pain to peace, from fear to joy. Not around the valley, through it, but not alone, with him. Liz learned you can't control death, but you can trust the one who conquered it. And that trust, that surrender, transformed her dying into something sacred. Not tragic, sacred. What would Jesus do with terminal cancer? He'd pray, "Not my will, but yours." He'd surrender control. He'd trust the Father. And he'd walk through death knowing it wasn't the end, just the doorway to more. Always more. Discussion questions for groups. 1. Have you or someone you love faced a terminal diagnosis? How did it affect your faith? 2. Liz tried to control her cancer. Where do you try to control what you can't? 3. Jesus prayed, "Take this cup from me," but added, "Not my will, but yours." How do we balance honesty with God and trust? 4. On the cross, Jesus cried, "Why have you forsaken me?" Have you ever felt abandoned by God? What happened? 5. Liz's final weeks were more meaningful than her previous 44 years. Why? What does that teach us about living? 6. What's the difference between giving up and surrendering? 7. The resurrection is Jesus' promise that death isn't the end. Do you believe that? Why or why not? 8. If you were diagnosed with terminal illness tomorrow, how would you want to spend your remaining time? 9. Liz told Sophie, "Don't wait until you're dying to learn how to live." What does that mean practically? 10. Control is an illusion. Trust is power. Death is not the end. Which of these is hardest for you to believe? Why?